Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Whole Milk, All Fat Sports Chat on WCCR, Rutgers Camden Online Radio.
Mike just earned 2 strikes.
We had some technical difficulties due to our real tech guy not being here. We hope he feels better.
It's coming out both ends right now for him.
Yeah, but that's I'd say that's a strike. What do you think, Jack?
I think we need.
No,
I think we need.
an illness.
I think we need to slow down with the strikes being thrown left and right.
I mean, to be fair, Monty, you did prove yourself on the lost episode last
Well,
week.
yeah, but nobody knows about that, so yeah, that's why it's the lost
I
episode.
know. I witnessed it.
Well,
I smelled
because
it.
you sat right next
as
to
soon
me.
as it happened, you were like, this episode can't go on air, guys. Oh my god, this was one of the best episodes we ever had, but
No,
it can't
it's
go on air because I just pooped myself live on air.
What can I say?
This episode's too good for the world.
Yeah.
All right, so yep, this is Whole Milk, All Spat Sports Chat.
All spat.
You messed up the name too. Strike 3.
Yep.
You're off the air.
All right, he's gotta go. Wow, that's how does it feel to be the first person to ever be kicked off of Whole Milk?
Live on air.
How does it feel to beat me in being the first person to get kicked off the show?
I don't see how I'm being kicked off with the amount of work I do on this show.
Well, I try.
I am underappreciated.
I try to do some
I'm
work.
about to host a one-man union.
I can't help the fact that I can't attend the radio station meetings because I have lab.
Yeah, or I have class that gets canceled.
Yeah, see, Jack and I work hard too, but
I work a lot harder than you, Mike. Tell me, what is something you do for this radio station that I don't?
he attends the meetings.
I attend the meetings.
Well, that was out of my
I get the
control.
pictures. I set up the shows. Yeah. I hit the record button. I encode it. I upload it on our YouTube page, which I
Hey,
created.
Listen,
And the
you
Twitter
let
account
your
that I
sister
created.
come down here and brush her hair and leave it in the trash.
Well, she put it in the trash. It's not like she just left it on the ground.
Still,
well, the trash
This
is on the ground.
This is a guys only space, and you let a woman
All
in
right,
here.
well, no, let's not say that because we're all about equality here at Rutgers Camden.
Yeah, maybe if some of our friends would transfer here, we could add it. We could replace Mike,
Jeremy,
but we're stuck. So
Spencer.
yeah, when RCGC tell me when RCGC has their own Philly sports themed radio show named after a dairy product.
Well,
Hosted by 4 people that hate their lives.
I don't hate my life.
The 3 people that hate their lives.
That's better.
that's more accurate. All right, so let's actually get into the show. We have yet to introduce ourselves.
My name is Anthony,
I am Michael.
I'm Jack.
and our real tech is Matthew, but he's not here today. I think he contracted a case of diarrhea from Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Matt has
It's the whole team.
It's the whole team.
Matt always has intestinal issues. He throws up a lot.
Actually, he caught it from me. That's what happened.
Oh, good job, Monty.
Yeah,
That's
when
a
you
strike.
pooped yourself on air.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a strike. All right.
Oh,
So,
so now you get to hand out the strikes, but you're off the show. You're lucky you're still here.
I'll just walk out. I'll see how you guys do.
Yeah, I'll just move over there.
I'll take the chairs. I'll block it off.
There's not that many.
I know.
Anyway, let's get into the actual, what the people came to listen to.
Yeah, so we saw the first image of what masked Embiid will look like the other day.
He's teasing us. He's ready. He's got his other Snapchat stories. He's at the complex. He's on the bike.
Rehab should be illegal.
Yeah.
He clearly looks like he'll be good for possibly even game 1 in the playoffs.
But let's not
playing.
jump ahead of ourselves
playing.
because this is the Sixers medical staff we're
He's
talking
playing.
about.
But yeah, I thought masks had to be perfectly clear nowadays after masked LeBron, but I guess maybe they loosened up on the rules or something.
Embiid's ready. You can tell from that picture.
You can see how serious he is. If that Lamau.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move into what was it last night?
The Hawks game. The Sixers won their 15th straight, the longest win streak in franchise history. The Sixers also, they've won 15 straight games, which is the most in franchise history. They've won over 50 games, so they're at 51 games right now. If they win tonight, they get 52.
And they clinch the 3rd seed.
they
And
clinch the
16
third seed.
straight.
And 16 straight. So hottest team in basketball. Watch out. East is weak. Just saying.
East is weak.
This is going to serve as our playoff preview too, as well, because we're not going to be able to talk about it until after it starts.
So I think what also happened last night was Donovan Mitchell was spotted wearing this sweatshirt. Monty, if you want to read that.
Yeah, it's I can't read it that well, but I think it was like an athlete playing his or her first season as a member of a professional sports team.
Yes.
I think it's
He's wearing the definition of a rookie. And
in response to Ben Simmons saying that his pick for Rookie of the Year is him 100%.
so I think it's funny because the key word of playing obviously indicates that Ben Simmons is in fact a rookie. And he almost
No, but he had a year to train with NBA professionals, even though he broke a bone in his foot that takes a long time to heal.
and he couldn't play basketball at all for a while.
Yeah, but
I forget, was he still in a boot when we saw him against the Hawks last year?
I don't even remember seeing him at that game.
he was. Yeah, he was. He was shooting, but he wasn't like dressed. He was like in jeans and a button down shirt, and he was just doing layups. So he wasn't really doing anything. But yeah, the whole argument is really, really stupid because the only thing Donovan Mitchell is better at than Ben Simmons is
Shooting and jumper.
scoring and shooting. But Donovan Mitchell will miss 14 shots before he makes 1 3.
Yeah, I have a couple stats to support the argument that Ben Simmons is in fact the best, and if he doesn't win Rookie of the Year, then there's obviously some foul play on Donovan Mitchell's part. Starting off with Ben Simmons didn't play a single minute, and according to his stats on NBA.com, his debut year is 2017 and has 0 years of prior experience in the NBA, which
So
means
he's a rookie.
He's a rookie. So, this whole argument that Ben Simmons isn't a rookie, is not a good argument because, as a lot of people have said, if you have to make the argument that someone isn't a rookie,
that he's ineligible for the award because he's not a rookie,
you already lost.
Yeah, then you're admitting that Donovan Mitchell is a far worse player than Ben Simmons. You need to find other reasons to discredit him.
This graph shows that really well. It's a graph of offensive points added and defensive points saved, and the natural line is focused towards offense, and then Ben Simmons just far and away top right corner by himself.
Yeah. Also, Ben Simmons is dating the girl who voiced the black girl in the Polar Express. Last I checked, Donovan Mitchell isn't dating a girl who voiced the character in a beloved animated childhood Christmas movie.
Don Mitchell also has a lame nickname.
What's his nickname?
They call Don Mitchell Spider or Spida, but Ben Simmons has a cool nickname because people around here call him the Fresh Prince.
Also, Donovan Mitchell plays for the Jazz, and no one cares about the Jazz because they're in Utah. And who names the team? Who nicknames the team the Jazz in Utah?
I'm pretty sure Jazz was outlawed in Utah a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't have any fun there.
No.
Are there even basketball fans in Utah? Does Utah even?
No, just
Do
Mormons.
the Jazz even play in Utah, or do they just play in a bubble somewhere that says it's in Utah, but it's really not?
Do they even play games?
Yeah, are they even a real team?
Has anyone watched them play?
Is this just were they just constructed by Adam Silver because he wants to continually discredit everything Sam Hinkie ever did?
Anyway,
Maybe.
Is Donovan Mitchell real?
Why isn't Adam Silver finding it offensive that there are teams tanking to play in the 7th spot? I think that's a disgrace to the league.
I think what's worse is teams that blatantly hold out their star players to tank, or their best players, like the Bulls playing like their starters for like 10 minutes in the first quarter and then sitting them for the entire game.
Yeah, where's Adam Silver? When you gonna force their GM out? When you gonna hire a Colangelo there to ruin the team?
Adam Silver, when are you gonna, take a stand and stop the race to the bottom?
Yeah, Adam Silver. Man up.
Anyway,
Get your big bald head and work on your public speaking skills.
We'll see how next year with the even odds at the top 3, how that will change teams' perceptions towards tanking.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't think it'll change it. I just think trades maybe have less or more value due to pick chances. I forget what the chance increases for the lower end.
Yeah.
But one last story that happened last night was about Andre Ingram. He played his first professional NBA game after playing in the G League for over 10 years. And he scored 19 points against the Houston Rockets.
And they still lost.
Well, either way, this is a great story because in order to supplement the low income of the G League, he tutored students in calculus.
I need me a calc tutor. I'm probably gonna. Well, I need a pre-calc tutor.
Yeah.
I'll be your calc
How'd
tutor.
you get into the school if you can't even pass pre-calc?
I'm about to, Jack.
You sure?
Yes,
What?
I did really well on my test today.
What'd you get?
I have no idea, but if I get anything below a 90, I'm gonna be very upset.
Okay.
How upset?
Yeah.
I might tear up a little bit.
Eat a gallon of ice cream.
Yeah.
Drink a gallon of milk.
Yeah, just chug a gallon of milk.
Um,
I'll really poop
Maybe
myself.
Andre Ingram should be Rookie of the Year.
I mean,
No.
people were chanting MVP.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back to that Rookie of the Year discussion.
We can right here. I like how people are okay with a guy that played in the G League for 10 years to be quantified as a rookie, but 1 year injured on an
NBA roster makes
the
him all of a
NBA
sudden not
yeah.
a rookie.
But you can play 10 whole years in the G League and get the training from that.
Yeah, and be considered a rookie still.
But anyway, back to that Rookie of the Year discussion. I don't know if people realize, like in Utah, but as of recent, Ben Simmons is averaging a triple-double per 100 times he's got the ball in his hands. He's per 100 possessions, he's averaging 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. Those aren't the exact numbers, but I think it's pretty fair to say that if you're a rookie that's averaging a triple-double towards the end of the season, then, that's
Yeah,
worth
and
note.
your team's on a 16-game win streak, and you've won like 5 games without your best player.
Yeah, without your all-star.
And about 3 or 4 without your third best player.
Yeah, who hasn't been? Yeah, well, he got hurt last night too.
Yeah.
Also, I don't see Donovan Mitchell winning NBA Player of the Week. Ben Simmons won it.
Month.
Yeah.
No, it was well,
He got Player of the Month.
both of them got Rookie of the Month 3 times. 2 of those 3 times for both players were in the same month. Both of them won it in January and February this year. I think Donovan Mitchell won it in December and Simmons won it in November. But Donovan Mitchell hasn't won league-wide Player of the Week ever. How many Mike, let me ask you this question. How many triple doubles does Donovan Mitchell have?
0.
And how many double doubles does Donovan Mitchell have?
At most 1.
How many triple doubles does Ben Simmons have?
12 or 13. And like 60+ double doubles.
And can Ben Simmons shoot a jump shot?
Somewhat.
Sometimes.
But how does he do all this stuff and do so well without even shooting a jump shot?
Because he's not a rookie.
He has Australian superpowers.
I think it's the cool nickname.
He doesn't need his ground. He doesn't need his ground harness to to hold him down anymore.
He can jump really high.
I think it's also the PUBG buff because he plays PUBG so often.
Nah, I mean, if he started playing Fortnite, I bet he could hit threes.
No, he plays Fortnite. He did.
Yeah, but he prefers PUBG.
Well, yeah, but he plays
Obviously,
Fortnite too.
because PUBG is a grown man's game.
Okay, PUBG Dev 21.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Fortnite's for
I made it
middle
to-
schoolers.
I made it-
Fortnite's for 12-year-olds.
I made it to top 5 yesterday, and then some guy blew me up with a rocket in Fortnite, and I don't know how he did it, and I was really pissed off because he came out of nowhere.
Well, you see, he pressed the fire button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it had that big of a blast radius because I was like 20 feet in front
It's
of
a
it.
rocket. Like,
Whatever.
All right, so the Sixers' last game of the season is tonight.
Against the Bucks, potential playoff preview.
Very high potential.
I got some stats for that.
All right, let's hear them.
All right, so anyway, Philadelphia is playing Milwaukee tonight at 8 p.m.
We knew that. We just said that.
Yeah, but you didn't say 8 p.m. You know, people. It's
Why
going
would
to
it
be
be
on
7?
ESPN, Jack. It's a national game, so you know maybe my family in South Carolina. Shout out to my mama and Bebop.
South Carolina's in the same time zone.
Yeah, I know, but they don't have NBC Sports Philadelphia down in South Carolina, Mike. So maybe you should let me finish my sentences, Michael. Maybe you should let me speak. Is it weird that I'm talking this much now?
Ooh.
I think it's the fact that I have my own microphone.
It's getting spooky.
Like I have power now.
Yes, that's the kid who pooped himself on air.
Okay, well, Jack, you made me nervous. Sitting next to you, like, not everybody experiences sitting next to John Porter Jr.
It's
It makes me a little nervous, Jack. I
one
can't
in a
help it.
lifetime experience.
Okay.
Anyway, back to sports. Tonight against Milwaukee, they've played Milwaukee 3 times so far this season. They've lost twice and won once. And it's a pretty evenly split matchup on average. Philadelphia scores 107 points against Milwaukee, and Milwaukee scores 106 points against Philadelphia. And Philadelphia is able to recover the ball 40 times on average. And Milwaukee has 38 rebounds against Philadelphia on average. I think it might be a bit harder without Embiid.
Well, they also have Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, exactly. They have the Greek Freak. So,
I mean, they have Eric Bledsoe too, but
yeah.
And Malcolm Brogdon.
But with the way that the Sixers have been playing on their hot streak recently, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue.
Is Dario playing tonight?
No.
He
I think
chipped his
still,
tooth,
yeah,
right?
He's still
out?
Yeah. And that was the last night, so I'm assuming, yeah, he would still be out.
Well, I can imagine if it was just a chipped tooth and a lacerated lip, just wait for it to heal and then.
Well, they're probably
Attach
just
the
no
tooth
point,
again.
no point sticking him in the last game of the season.
It's just give him some rest.
You might want to try to lock in the 3rd seed, just guarantee it.
But
I think they can do it.
Because 3rd seed's the easier side of the.
The bracket,
Yeah.
because then they'd have to match up with either the Celtics or the Heat.
Yeah.
As it stands right now. But
it
I think
depends.
if they beat the Bucks and then the Heat lose and then the Heat Heat win, then the Bucks become the 7 and the Heat become the 6. So then the Sixers would match up against the Heat, which is probably an even better matchup because the Heat really aren't that deep. They don't really have that elite player besides the rotting corpse of Dwayne Wade and Hassan Whiteside and Goran Dragic and that Tyler Johnson guy.
As
He's
long
going
as
to be paid way too much next year.
Fultz eats some Chick-fil-A before
And
the game.
Embiid comes back for game 1, which I think he will.
Sure hope he will.
So, yeah, so Sixers are, if they win tonight, they get the 3. If not, then the Cavs get the 3 if they win. So,
Yeah.
playoff LeBron.
If the Cavs win against the Knicks and the Sixers, or if the Cavs lose against the Knicks, which they probably won't, then the Sixers lock in the 3rd seed whether they win or lose. If Philadelphia wins against Milwaukee tonight, then they still lock in the 3rd seed whether the Cavs win or lose.
So let's just put over the current playoff picture, which I believe is the most likely to occur.
Well, the Timberwolves and the Nuggets are playing for, like, they're basically playing a 1-game playoff tonight because it's win in your hand.
But at least on the East.
Yeah, the East is locked in. The West is a little, like,
Yeah.
jumbled.
So with this, as you can see, it is super advantageous to stay on the 3rd seed.
Yeah, because then we could play.
It's
real.
My chart's a bit of a mess, Jack. So
We've played well against Boston this year, and they don't have Kyrie anymore, so
that's a plus.
Especially in the playoffs, losing a player like that, because Kyrie is always good in the playoffs.
And if Joel and Ben get hot, they can carry that out. I mean, they're going to be the hot team already because if they win tonight, then they've won 16 straight games, so they'll be the hot playoff team that no one really wants to play. So, they should be able to beat Milwaukee in the playoffs if they wind up matching up against them. Because, I mean, it all depends on how Antetokounmpo plays, but even then, he can't. It's been proven that he can't really win by himself.
Yeah, well, it's hard to once you get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Um,
And, I mean, everyone's hot on the Sixers right now. Like, the bench is hot. The Ben Simmons is hot. If Fultz gets hot, too, that'd be a huge plus.
Like I said, once he eats some Chick-fil-A, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid should be back sometime in the 1st round.
Yeah, and like the Sixers could legitimately make a run to the conference finals if.
I think the Sixers have a really good chance to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals right now, because Milwaukee, I only think Embiid might miss 1 game, because in the video where he doesn't have the mask on, the swelling doesn't look that bad anymore.
Yeah.
So it should be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
They might hold him out of 1 game just in case, but then I think having to deal with Embiid over any series of games is going to be really difficult for teams to contain. And on this side, no one has a player that can match up against him.
Yeah. I mean, they can definitely make a conference finals run. I think they should be able to take down Milwaukee. I think we expect a playoff series win at this point with how hot they've been. Like, I don't know who'd win Boston, Miami.
I still have to give it to the Celtics.
Yeah, me too. So, like, I mean, the Celtics don't have their 2 best players. I don't even know who on their team is still worth, like, who's still...
Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford. Is Terry Rozier still on the team?
I think so.
Yeah.
But I don't really see
Marcus
them
Smart
being
gonna be
able
back?
to... I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really see Boston being able to beat the Sixers in a best of 7 with the roster with the current roster they have right now, with no Kyrie, no Gordon Hayward. So I think Philadelphia, if they do play like we expect them to, we should expect a conference finals appearance. And then it all depends on how vulnerable LeBron's Cleveland team is, because the Sixers have beaten them their past 2 matchups, which.
And the last time we beat him, LeBron scored 44 points, and we didn't have Embiid.
Exactly.
So.
But it's playoff LeBron.
44 points is close to playoff LeBron right there. The only thing we're missing was probably LeBron's playoff defense.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, maybe a finals appearance. Who knows?
Maybe we could sneak one in.
Because I mean, Philly sports are hot right now. We've won the past 2 major championships.
So right now, let's start with the West Conference. Let's go through and
Do matchup by matchup.
yeah, do matchup by matchup. Rockets versus Timberwolves.
Rockets,
Trailblazers versus Pelicans.
Trailblazers.
I said the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Playoff Rondo, dude. That's a bigger buff than
Playoff Lillard, dude.
No, playoff Rondo is a bigger buff than playoff LeBron. It's a bigger jump in play.
Pelicans will play good for 2 games and then.
We'll see. The Bulls almost beat the Celtics last year,
True.
and then Rondo got injured. Jazz versus Spurs.
Spurs.
Is Aldridge healthy?
Yeah, it's Kawhi they don't have.
All right.
Um,
Warriors, OKC.
How is OKC the 7 seed? That team should not be the 7 seed. They're a lot better than the 7 seed.
No, Carmelo Anthony fell off like really hard, and they also lost their best defensive piece like 3/4 of the way through the season, and their defense dropped a lot.
Well, then the Warriors.
All right, so Rockets versus either of the other 2 teams. Rockets.
yeah.
Warriors versus Spurs.
Warriors.
Rockets versus Warriors.
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 I still think James Harden and Chris Paul aren't big time playoff guys.
Well, at least this will be the first time Chris Paul gets the
Conference finals.
yeah.
It would be nice to see the Rockets beat the Warriors.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's probably not gonna happen, but it would
Because
be
Steph will
nice.
be back by then.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, to see somebody other than the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals would be nice.
Yeah, maybe we'll make it to the finals and we'll take them down. You know, we did play very well against them this season
Yeah, and I'll go over that.
because, you know,
I'll talk about it.
So-
we killed 1 dynasty already. Why not another?
exactly.
We can kill 2 in 1 season.
Let's just
We can kill LeBron's and the Warriors.
Raptors versus Wizards.
Raptors. Wizards will take
Well-
a couple though. Wizards are a win at least 1.
They'll win at least one. They won't be swept, but I think it's going to be a 3-1.
Yeah.
Or no, wait.
4-1.
Yeah, 4-1. Cavs, Pacers.
I think that's
Cavs.
gonna. I think that could go to 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I think once you go in the playoffs, the Pacers are not going to be as good as they are in regular
I think it'll
season.
go at least 5.
I don't know if Victor Oladipo can carry a team that well. I think playoff LeBron's too strong.
Maybe.
The Pacers always are supposed to be the challengers to the LeBron teams, and then he like sweeps them like every time.
Playoff
Maybe.
LeBron.
Sixers,
Mhm.
Bucks,
Sixers.
Sixers.
Celtics, Heat,
Celtics.
Raptors, Cavs.
Cavs.
Cavs, but I think that'll go at least 6.
I believe that one, because the Raptors bench.
But the
He's really
Raptors
strong.
never win big games, so
Yeah, we'll see. Sixers, Celtics,
Sixers.
Sixers.
That'll probably. That could either be a sweep or it could be like a 7-game series.
And then Cavs,
Sixers.
Sixers.
Cavs Sixers. Ooh.
That'll go to
That's going to
That-
6 or 7.
that'll go to 6 or 7.
If the Sixers play like we expect them to.
Yeah, yeah, and if all healthy.
Because we got to remember, pretty much the whole roster is going to be their first time in the playoffs.
Yeah,
But
they
I
got-
mean,
they got nothing
JJ.
to lose.
But I mean, they got JJ Ursan.
They have some
Amir
experience.
Johnson.
JJ Ursan, Amir Johnson, Bellinelli.
Yeah, he was on the
He was on the
Spurs.
Spurs. I think he was on the Spurs title-winning teams actually.
We have a coach that's experienced.
Yeah, Brett
With
Brown, who
playoff
coached
play.
who's coached under one of the best coaches of all time, and he's won a couple championships in Australia. Yeah. So I mean,
So
So Sixers Warriors finals. Sixers in 6.
here's
6.
here's my question. Because Mike and I were talking about this earlier, but I wanted to hear what you say, Jack. If by some miracle OKC beat Golden State, like just somehow they just turn it on, they drink a ton of Monster Energy, and they could just play some really good basketball. If OKC beats Golden State, how do you think the West is going to swing? Say it was OKC versus the Jazz.
It would be OKC.
Yeah, and then Houston versus OKC, how would that swing?
I think Houston would win it. I don't know, but I could see Westbrook getting fired up to beat 2 of his former teammates in the same postseason.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah, you got tilted Westbrook buff against OKC. Or not OKC, Golden State.
But I mean, OKC played the Rockets last year when the Rockets were a much worse team. So.
But then again, they were without Paul George and
Carmelo.
So then, if the NBA Finals are Sixers versus Golden State, I think that
Sixers
the
and 6.
Sixers and 6.
Yeah, we end the Warriors dynasty and we end the Cavs dynasty because LeBron's gonna leave.
Hey, he's gonna go to our team. He's gonna go to the Sixers.
Yeah, he'll know that we found out a way to beat Golden State. And like I said,
You heard it here first. Catch us at the parade.
yeah,
I think that'd be a good parade.
And it also caused the long-term plan is, if you think back to the Sixers logo we started off with, that's going to be our half-court logo for every home game. When we're going against the Warriors, that's just going to tilt Kevin Durant.
Yep.
He's not going to be able to focus. Everyone's going to be calling him Snake.
The snake logo will tilt Kevin Durant. Like Mike said earlier, you crack down on drug dealers and take away all the weed, so Klay Thompson gets
Sober.
debuffed.
Steph can't hit threes in Philly.
You pump
You pump Steph Curry full of popcorn.
Yeah, you pump the Wells Fargo Center full of popcorn.
You just give
smell.
him stuff disguised as you just give him food that's secretly popcorn, but you disguise as other things. So he keeps eating it. He's like, man, this tastes awful. I feel so sick.
Yeah,
I feel like I've just eaten butter and
corn,
like,
just repeatedly all
Yeah.
for like a week.
And
So-
then who else do we debuff?
Draymond. Just let him kick some people in the nuts and get suspended.
Yeah.
and then we got to give.
Come on, Jared Bayless, take one for the team.
We
And then
make-
you gotta get Iggy to rip off his jersey and switch sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta make sure that Embiid still has his mask on, so we have masked Embiid buff. Markelle Fultz just has to eat a ton of Chick-fil-A and he'll be good. He'll be good to go. And Ben Simmons has to play PUBG and win like 7 games in a row. Just to make sure that if the series goes to 7, Ben Simmons has won 7 games of PUBG, so he's got to win some kind of game of basketball. And that's how we beat the Warriors. We found it out.
6.
Sixers and 6.
Heard it here first.
The bold predictions.
We'll never get to talk about it because the semester will be over.
Unless they're all sweeps.
Yeah, unless it's a really, really fast finals and it starts in May.
We'll see. Yeah,
Good
but
stuff.
should we just go more in depth specifically about the Milwaukee game?
Yeah, if we
Because do you think in the playoffs, Giannis would cover Embiid defensively?
How tall is Giannis
Yeah.
though?
He has a long reach
Yeah.
to make up for it. He's a big guy. I don't think he's as big as Anthony Davis, but let's get our research team.
yeah.
I don't know.
Someone gonna look it up? Am I said research team?
Yeah, hold on. I don't have my laptop, so I got to look it up on Yahoo Sports. And Lord knows only how long that'll take because we have no reception down here.
Yeah. If you
He
want
is-
us to get a
I
new
got it.
Wi-Fi router, please.
He is 6'11", with a 7-foot wingspan.
And Joel Embiid's like what 7'2".
7'2".
Yep.
How big is Embiid's wingspan? Because Embiid's huge.
I think Embiid's wingspan is Okay, Embiid's 7 foot. His wingspan 7'2".
Yeah, so he's mega big. He's even though Giannis is tall and he has a big wingspan,
He's very lanky.
I think Embiid is still going to be hard to guard because he's just super big. Like his size is, he's a big guy. You know, I remember my dad doesn't watch basketball that much, but like, you know, just him looking at Embiid, he's like, dude, he's huge.
Well, yeah, because the listed 285 is so inaccurate. He's definitely over 300 pounds.
Yeah,
It's all muscle.
All muscle.
he's gonna take Giannis to the weight room, as Zumoff would say.
There we
I
go.
think
Take him down to the weight room.
It'll
Embiid.
be. It could be a close. It could be a close series because they match up so well.
It will be. I think it will be a close series, but I think that it's gonna end in 5 or 6. It won't go to 7.
But the Sixers should win.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, I do agree. The Sixers should win I want to say a 5-game series, because they're not gonna sweep the Bucks, but they, you know, if they
They'll go up
continue-
3-0. The Bucks will take a game, and then
and then that'll be it. The Sixers will close it because they have home court advantage.
Correct.
So how does that work? The first 3 games they'll
the first
play.
2 are in Philly, and then the next 2 are in Milwaukee, and then
Okay.
5 is in Philly, 6 is in Milwaukee,
And then-
7 is in Philly.
So yeah, I think they'll win the 2 at the Wells. They'll win 1 in Milwaukee. I don't know if there are any plans to bust the process again, but
Yeah, I mean the Sixers have only lost in the Wells in Philadelphia once since the start of 2018,
yeah,
and it was
So,
like some fluky loss.
I think that Philadelphia will get the job done in 5 games, under the by the premise that if they keep playing on the hot streak that they've
And
been
Embiid
playing,
comes back, and
Yes.
he's not like gonna be all rusted.
that'll be a big factor in determining whether or not it'll be done in 6 or 5.
Yeah.
If Embiid comes back in like game 2,
So
and
you guys
the Sixers can hold it down.
So are you guys both agreeing Sixers in 5?
Sixers
Yep.
in 5, at most 6.
6-6-6.
No, don't say that. Now we got some bad mojo. I gotta do. Hold on. I gotta get my my magic and ritual power book. Do some spells.
I legit thought you were going to do that. I thought you were about to get up.
Yeah, I
and
took
have
off the headphones. You know, I gotta get the effect. So, Sixers in 6, at most, against Milwaukee. I say they do it in 5. If Embiid comes back by like game 2, and the Sixers can hold it down in game 1.
I think he will. What's the official first day? Or first date?
This Saturday, I think.
This Saturday? Ooh, nice and close. So, well, I think that's a good amount of basketball. We are now, 10 games through the MLB season?
Yep, 10.
Yeah.
Phillies are 5 and 5.
Cut the cap.
Good old Gabe.
It's it alternates between if the Phillies lose, then fire Gabe Kapler. If the Phillies win, Gabe Kapler is the best manager alive.
Which call? They were talking about it on WIP this morning. He said that he didn't take somebody out because he had a gut feeling. So, you know, he's learning.
He's relying less on the analytics already.
He's learning. He's slowly but surely getting there. But I'll give you guys a quick rundown of each Phillies game since our last episode, the lost episode. On April
Where Monty
6th,
poops himself.
Yep. On April 6th, they beat the Marlins 5-0. On April 7th, they beat the Marlins 20-1.
2 grand slams.
2 grand slams, and Scott Kingery scored his first big league home run. So, shout outs to Scott Kingery. On April 8th, they failed to sweep the Marlins. They lost 3-6.
Jake Arrieta debuted.
Um,
Kind of not good.
On April 9th, they beat the Reds 6-5. Last night they beat the Reds 6-1, and tonight at 7:05 they will attempt to sweep the Reds at home.
Yes.
Good old Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah. So, what's the updated Vegas odds on the Phillies season? What's the overall outlook? now?
I have no idea as of right now.
On that stats page, do you have team leaders?
No.
It's
I just wrote down
for
game
once
scores.
it's pitching letting down the Phillies this year because their offense has actually been pretty good.
Isn't the pitching rotation supposed to be like tightening up with Jake Arrieta and Aaron Nola?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah. Also in breaking news, Gabe Kapler, he doesn't eat this is the way he eats ice cream. So this is a something he said. It never happened in Greenville, he says. It happened with my girlfriend at the time, who became my wife, who's now my ex-wife. We were walking together, and I was on a very strict chicken breast and beans diet, and she was eating an ice cream cone. And I was like, that looks amazing. I took a bite of it and spit it out because I wanted the flavor but didn't want to go off track. So, Gabe Kapler hates ice cream. He's like the Tom Brady of baseball.
You know who loves ice cream?
Who?
Super Bowl champion coach Doug Peterson.
Are there facts on that?
Yes.
Do you have a quote?
Yeah, he talks about eating ice cream after like almost every team meeting. He's like, all right, we're gonna do this, and let's go get some ice cream afterward.
Let me go see your source. Cite your sources.
Hold on, here we go. I gotta look it up on YouTube. There's they like on Sports Center on Snapchat. Like they had like some clip about Doug Peterson talking about eating ice cream. There we go. Doug Peterson ice cream. It's like the second thing that shows up.
Under what, lies?
No.
Watch this video, and then I'll treat you to some ice cream. Let's check out this video, and then again treat you to some ice cream. And we'll play this video, and then I'll treat you to some ice cream. We got a little
He'll treat them, not himself.
I know we got some ice cream that's melting, so we got to get out of here. Wish you guys the best of luck. Treat you to some vanilla ice cream here in a second. We got a little video right here, and then gonna treat you to some. Hopefully, you guys know that last week, Monday night or Sunday night. Who knew that? That's bull.
Let's talk about eating ice cream.
It doesn't prove that he is a proponent of ice cream.
I bet. Well, logically, if you didn't like ice cream, then why would you want to like talk about getting everybody ice cream?
So that way there's less ice cream in the world.
All right, but like if you hated ice cream, you wouldn't want people to eat ice cream so that all the ice cream businesses die out. Michael, I thought you were in business school.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, come on, Michael.
I'm not even officially in the business school.
I
and
bet
know
Bill
more than you.
Belichick doesn't like eating ice cream.
Yeah,
I bet Tom Brady doesn't like eating ice cream.
Tom Brady loves his avocado ice cream.
Well,
You know what Bill Belichick majored in college? Accounting.
Failing at teaching how to Tom Brady how to catch a ball.
Yeah.
You know who does know how to catch a ball? Nick Foles. I hope you're ready, Mike, for like the next 3 years, because we're always gonna go back to this year about how the Eagles 50 Super Bowl 52 champions beat the New England Patriots.
Until the Eagles repeat.
Super Bowl champions. It's out on the link, Mike.
The Eagles signed Richard Rodgers, so now if they ever need to throw a Hail Mary, they got someone that can catch the ball.
Like I said though, Mike, if there's a silver lining to this, you can be happy about the fact that the Sixers are doing really well ever since the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they beat the Patriots. Maybe you'll feel better when you get to watch the Sixers end some dynasties.
All right, let's stop bullying Michael about his incorrect choice of being happy about a football team.
No,
it's a bad choice.
He's a Patriots fan. He deserves it.
Yeah, but like, come on, he's our friend.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Wow. This
You like the
hurts.
Patriots.
Yeah.
You know,
We just let
green.
we just let Mike do all the dirty work and and give him our fake friendship.
You know, another thing.
I'm the Charlie Kelly of this.
Who calls their
Yeah.
fans Patriots Nation?
It's
Mike
Pat's
Mike
Nation.
Mike does Maloney
Pat's
work.
Pat's Nation. All right. Well, who's Pat?
No, Pat's is a.
Yeah, no, I know, but like, who's Pat? Who's this Brockhampton guy that everybody's like talking about? Like,
Yeah.
that's like that.
How
It's
does he
like, oh,
change his
Brockhampton
voice?
Nation. Yeah, how does he sound so different?
Mike does Maloney work for the show. He does all the Maloney work.
More like Malaysia work.
Yeah.
Stuff Spencer Granite would say.
Hashtag Spencer Granite things.
Anyway, good old Gabe. He's learning the game. You know, he's growing up a little bit.
The Phillies are 5-5.
My tan muscle man. You know, hopefully he doesn't screw up my baseball team.
The Phillies started the season 4-5 in 2008 when they won the World Series, and the Phillies were 4-5 yesterday. So
There you
World
go.
Series.
World Series.
All right, proven by
Let's go, Gabe.
statistics. All right, so let's just move it on over now to talking hockey.
Jack, go. Flyers don't suck.
So yeah, the Flyers made the playoffs on the second to last day of the season. They beat the Rangers 5-0. The last time the Flyers beat the Rangers in a must-win game to earn a trip to the playoffs was 2010. That the Flyers went to the Stanley Cup that year, so it could happen again. The Flyers are playing the Penguins. The series starts tonight, actually.
Tonight at
7.
7? Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's some must-watch content if you're a Philly sports fan. So,
Hear that, Mike?
you know, if
Please-
history repeats itself, then maybe the Flyers make another cup run. I mean, we need all Philly sports to win a championship this year because Villanova and the Eagles already did. So we're just waiting on the Phillies, Flyers, and Sixers right now, and the Flyers and Sixers already got it like 2/4 of the way, halfway done, just getting there. So
But the question is, can the Flyers finish it out?
I want to be tired of going to championship parades.
Well, yeah, neither would I, but I'm going to be the first one to admit, you know, I don't watch Flyers hockey, but I don't think that they can consistently perform the way that the Eagles have and the Sixers have.
That's true.
So, I mean, I sure hope they can make a run for the cup, but I don't think they have everything that it takes to make it there. They probably, you know, they can go deep, I would hope, but they haven't been playing consistently to an elite level to make it, like, have a solid chance to make it to the Stanley Cup final.
If they play how they did on Saturday, then they could.
But
So,
like I said, that the consistency.
yeah. It'll be interesting. It should
It'll be fun to
It'll
watch.
be a good series because the Flyers and Penguins always play tough. It all comes down to goaltending for the Flyers because once again they have been unable to find a consistently good goaltender since Bernie Parent in the 70s. So we'll see how it goes. You know, hockey's really like it's not really about who the best team is entering the playoffs. It's all about who gets hot in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know the Flyers get a hot goaltender and they start riding that hot hand, that's what happened last time in 2010. Their goalie got hot and they were able to make a cup run. So
Yeah, they could sure make it there, but I'm just saying, like I said, I haven't really watched the Flyers religiously, but consistency, I think, is a pretty big factor in any sport in trying to make a successful team. You have to be consistently performing to an elite level every single game.
How many games do they play in a series?
7.
well, it's 7.
It's
Yeah.
still 7.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's every sport except the NFL is a series of 7.
Well, no, basketball used to be different. The series.
No, but I mean, like, as of today.
Well, baseball has the 1-round wild cards. 1-game wild card.
But the champion, like the World Series, is out of 7, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm not too familiar with.
I feel like, Jack, is the first true series of baseball, is that 5?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So I was wondering if hockey
because
was
baseball's
the same.
backwards and refuses to evolve.
I mean, they already
America's
have enough.
pastime.
They already have enough games out. Do they need to extend playoffs even longer?
What is it, like 162 games or something?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And they don't even play all the teams. Explain that one for me.
Because they
That's
play
what
like
that's
3-game
what
series.
I can't stand about baseball. It's like, why do they play 162 games yet they never play? They play the same team like 28 times, but they'll never play every
Yeah.
single team in the league
Because they play the same team like 3 times in a row.
because it's stupid.
America's pastime.
Why isn't DH in both leagues?
Hmm?
In baseball. Another question. Why isn't the DH in both leagues?
What's the DH?
Designated hitter.
Oh,
Why do you force the pitcher to hit in the American League?
America's pastime. I don't know.
Pitchers will never be good at hitting a baseball.
Don't ask me. I'm not part of the MLB. I played baseball when I was like 6.
I'm looking past you and at the man on his phone.
What was that?
What
Why aren't designated hitters
in the-
allowed in the
AL,
Because
the American League?
the MLB is stupid. Because for the sake of the game, even though we're constantly losing young viewership because the games take 6 hours to complete, no one watches playoff baseball because the games start at 8 o'clock and then don't end until 2 in the morning because there's constant pitching changes.
I just want DH in both leagues.
That's probably not going to happen because it's going to violate the unwritten rules of baseball or some stupid crap like that because baseball is an old man sport.
Hey, you know how you can make the game more entertaining?
add fighting?
No, introduce aluminum bats.
Add fighting.
More home runs.
Everyone would just hit home runs. It would just be like a pure home run league.
It'd just be a home run derby every
You
single
wouldn't
game.
even need an outfield. Because if it goes past the infield, it's a home run.
Sometime, yeah. Why can't it be a sport like football or basketball where all the players on the field are constantly moving? In baseball, it's sometimes you might not even move for an entire inning.
I know, that's the worst feeling when you play.
Yeah, I always used to play left field when I played baseball. AKA, if you were really bad at baseball, they'd stick you out there.
No, that's right field.
Oh, I used to play right field then.
I played right field.
I played right field.
Oh, wow, good job, guys.
Left field is where like the good outfielders play.
Yeah, that's
Because
where
everybody's
everyone's getting hit.
right-handed.
Yeah.
I would I'd strike out against the pitching machine. They'd have to bring the tee out for me.
I specifically remember one game where I actually hit the ball,
Okay.
went to first base, got to second base, and then my team struck out and the game was over.
I remember.
I could have scored.
I remember one time when I was playing baseball, I closed my eyes because I didn't think I was going to get a hit, and I wound up getting a hit. And that was like the first time I got a hit like all season.
What did you do as a reaction?
At first I stood there.
He dropped the bat. He's like,
Yeah, I stood there, and then everyone was like, "Go, go, go!" And I was like, "Oh, I hit the ball.
yeah.
Oh,
That was-
man.
that
This
was-
is a new feeling."
I wonder if my dad remembers that.
Yeah, that
Remembers that one game.
he thinks of it my son's only achievement.
My son has only hit the baseball once out of his entire little league career.
That's his athletic achievements.
Yeah.
Oh man, Jack, I didn't realize you were that bad at baseball.
I quit in 3rd grade.
Oh, I thought you played longer.
No.
You quit in 3rd grade, dude. I was playing when I was like probably in early middle school. I think like 5th grade, 6th grade is when I stopped
I was a
playing
very
baseball.
bad athlete. I was not good at anything. Besides basketball, I was okay.
I'm a terrible athlete. I am the only
That's surprising since you're terrible at basketball now.
Yeah. I used to be like really good. I was really good at free throws. I would just stand on the line and just jump and hit the square.
would you purposely get fouled?
No, because there was no fouls. Because I quit when I quit playing basketball in 3rd grade too.
So wait, did you?
I never learned how to make a layup.
All right. Did you play any sports in middle school?
Yeah, I played lacrosse.
Oh, you just played lacrosse?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
One
I
of
got
those.
cut my freshman year because I went to a different high school. I'm still pissed about it.
Lax Master. That's where it comes from.
Yeah,
That's where the username comes from.
I was pretty good at it too. In 8th grade, I was really good because one of the starters got hurt, and then I got to fill in for him. Well, the whole time he had a concussion, and I did really well. And then he came back, and then I got sent to the bench again.
Okay, so you gave him a concussion. So
I didn't give him a concussion. I know exactly what happened. He had an old helmet. 8th grade, we were playing some team from Pennsylvania, like Ridley, and he took a shot right to the top of his helmet. And as soon as he started wobbling, and they had to pull him out, and then it was just me, basically for the rest of the next month of the season. And I performed very well in his absence, and then I got cut my freshman year because I chose to go to a different school and to get a better education. And
he
I'm still
also became the god of the GCIT cross country team.
I was captain, actually,
Unsung hero.
and unsung hero, and the scholar athlete.
I don't know.
And
I
he
don't
saw
know
me
how,
at band camp too.
I don't know
Yeah.
how
He
you
didn't
can
even
get,
say hi though.
Yeah, because why would I want to talk to the band nerds?
I still don't understand awarding the unsung hero.
I don't understand why one friend wouldn't want to say hi
If
to
you
another friend.
if you want to talk about the unsung hero award, take it up with Mr. McAleer, the AD, because he's the one that created that program. They used to give out no awards to the team actually.
Participation trophies and you millennials.
Mm,
You millennials in participation trophies.
Look, I earned it. I never missed a practice.
Oh, look at
oh,
you
special snowflake.
doing what you're supposed
yeah,
to.
he wants his
expecting an
his
award.
participation trophy. Come on, Jack.
I never skipped a practice unless it was canceled.
All right, well that's what you're supposed to do.
No, see, no, you're supposed to practice even if it's canceled. That's how real winners train.
I bet if Olympic practice was canceled, Michael Phelps would still go to the pool and
Look,
swim. That's why he won.
I'll take you guys for a run next time I go. If you can't make it, see if you can make it 4 miles.
No, I know I can't. That's why I don't do track and
how-
field. That's why I don't do cross
How
country.
far was the run that we did last year?
3.1, and I came in second, and you were the one that was complaining the whole time.
Well, yeah, because I had chalk powder thrown in my eyes and down
and
there.
actually, in reference, that's
Yeah.
the picture on that
That's
logo.
it.
Yeah,
That's where
I-
that's
I
from.
had-
I took that picture
I
because
had-
Mike was sitting there in pain, and then I took that photo
I had-
to make fun of him.
I had, yeah, like green chalk chucked into my eyes, so I was blind for like half of it. At another point, I went to say hello to someone, and they threw it at me, and then it went and got in my lungs. I was brutally assaulted with that, with the color. That was not fun. Also,
I didn't get it that bad. I am still mad because I could have came in first place if someone didn't point me in the wrong direction.
see, you didn't.
They
get
know
that,
exactly who they are.
You didn't get that bad because, you were first, so they didn't want to waste all the powder.
Yeah.
They waited.
And then when they realized that there was not enough, there was still way too much powder, they started spewing it at everybody.
Yeah, and that's where I got assaulted. Also, I would have had a much better pace if I decided not to keep pace with the football player and cross country star for the first like quarter mile.
Was that me?
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have kept pace with those two, because then after that my body just shut down.
Yeah, well, Bellinger shut down too.
Well, Bellinger got like
I
half
think he got a
mile.
cramp.
I think yeah. I did too. I got a cramp in my hamstring on the last like
My leg.
on the last like
My
half
leg.
mile. So that was not fun. But 4 miles, if I'm not at your pace, I think I can. I need someone to match my pace though.
Okay.
But yeah, Jack, I'll throw some I'll hit some grounders at you.
Yeah.
See how you can play second and shortstop.
Yeah. Also, we'll be playing in the 3v3 basketball tournament. So come watch us lose in the first
Come out and
round.
support Whole Milk.
Matt's gonna wear a suit.
Yep. If you see us, we'll give you an autograph.
Yeah, we'll probably look like we're really good at basketball, but we're actually not.
So
No,
bring your.
we're not gonna look like we're good at basketball at
Well, we're
all.
gonna wear Sixers gear.
However, we're only gonna sign gallons of milk,
Yeah,
so you have to bring a gallon of milk if you want our
I'll
signatures.
chug it before the game if you bring it.
Please don't chug it. You're gonna poop yourself.
It's not gonna stay down. No, he's just gonna.
He's just gonna puke it
paint
out.
the
That's
floor.
how we'll win. I'll just throw up over the other team and make them forfeit.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, our secret strats. So,
Is there any NFL news?
This entire time I've been trying to find huge NFL news. The only thing that we can talk about real quick is the fact that Cam Newton was hit by a dump truck.
Yikes.
I didn't even
in a
know he
car
got
acc-
hit by a dump truck.
When
but-
did that happen?
Like, was he in his car?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
okay.
he was in a car. But he appears fine. I guess it was a minor hit. Don't know much more than that. Broncos signed ex-Raider punter Marquette King
The
to a
Eagles
3-year
should've signed him.
contract. Well, no, he wants to get revenge. I don't know how you get revenge.
Yeah, I don't know
as
how
a
you get
punter.
revenge. You pin him at the one every single drive.
That'd be glorious. Only like a day or two after requesting to be traded, Keith Hogan got traded to the Redskins.
Hogan.
Kevin. I'm reading Kevin and I'm saying Keith. As the Redskins got Kevin Hogan and a 2018 sixth round pick from the Browns in exchange for a 2018 sixth round pick. So it was a pick swap. Patriots signed Bills Jordan Matthews to a 1-year deal.
Pacers trying to get all the Eagles they can get to replicate the success, but Jordan Matthews wasn't even on that Super Bowl team. He was only on it until like the mid preseason.
Richie Incognito retires.
Good. I didn't like him anyway.
Thursday Night Football will no longer feature alternate uniforms.
Yeah,
that
no,
defeats,
no
that
more
defeats,
color rush.
Now no one's gonna watch Thursday Night Football because no one wants to see the ugly jerseys everyone's playing in.
And the best story, Packers wide receiver Trevor Davis got arrested at LAX for a bomb joke.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Where-
T.J. Miller got arrested for making a bomb joke too.
Yeah. Trevor Davis, he was traveling with a female, and as he went through and she was getting her bag checked, he turned around and goes, "Oh, did you remember to pack the explosives?" And the woman was like, "Oh, stop. Don't do." And he said like one more thing, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm joking." And then he got arrested.
Because even if you make a joke, it's still considered a threat. That reminds me of when we went to Disney World and Matt tried to make a bomb joke in the airport, and we had to yell at him to not make it because we would have never gotten to go to Disney.
Yeah. Because it counts as it's just like how you can't say fire
It's like
in a movie
disturbing
theater.
the public peace.
Yeah, purposely trying to disrupt like the
It's
public.
it's criminal threats.
Yeah.
Another-
It's the least violent arrest though in the NFL that's happened so far.
Yeah, it's not like assaulting the BS charge of assaulting the elderly.
Why? Because elderly people aren't real.
I'm just saying there are a lot of holes in this case that I
What if
about.
you pushed your grandma?
I pushed my grandma
If I
in
was
a
a
wheelchair.
witness and I knew what and I saw what happened,
Would you blame your grandma? Because that's what it sounds like you're.
I'm not
you're doing.
blaming. I'm not blaming the person who was shoved. I'm blaming the overzealous sheriff who has some sort of like vendetta against.
Michael Bennett.
Yeah,
And other
must have kicked his puppy or something.
In other news,
other-
Baker Mayfield met with a psychic, and the psychic said he'll be drafted by the Arizona Cardinals. So, looks
Well-
like your prediction's wrong.
The Patriots like him too.
The Patriots also are looking at Lamar Jackson.
the Patriots dynasty is also falling apart. So who knows what they're gonna do?
Tom Brady, another replacement for Tom Brady to get pissed about.
Real quick, one thing that I forgot to touch on was that Jalen Brunson said he will enter into the NBA draft. The Villanova star, who won like 2 awards, I think.
Yeah, but what is he, like a junior?
He averaged 18.9 points, 4.6 assists, and 3.1 rebounds as a junior.
So Andrew Luck has still yet to throw a football.
Also concerning.
Very concerning. I don't know if he exists anymore.
Yeah, was he ever actually a football player?
This is getting worse than the Markel Fultz because I feel like this Andrew Luck has been going on for like 3 years.
Well, actually 2 years ago he was playing. Well, the season before this one that just completed, he was playing. He played almost the entire season. It was like one of his best seasons.
I want to look real quick. I want to try to see what where he might get picked on a mock draft. Apparently on a mock draft, the 76ers are supposed to pick Miles Bridges.
Ooh.
Hopefully we can get
The first pick.
McCall Bridges. I don't know how it's pronounced. He's the better bridge. And if we do get him, oh man, we will be even greater of a force to be reckoned with.
I got a bunch of dust in my iPhone speakers.
Apparently they're also supposed to pick Kyrie Thomas. Shooting guard. Apparently the Warriors
When is
are
the draft?
I'm not exactly sure.
Well, the NFL draft.
Isn't it next week? A couple weeks? No. Going back to Jalen Brunson real quick. Apparently, he is supposed to be slated to be picked by the Golden State Warriors with the 29th pick.
He'll be our inside man.
Yep.
26th through the 28th. That's the draft. So we may or may not talk about it.
Possibly. We'll be able to.
Well, I think it's a reading day that Wednesday after for
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah. So, I think we can wrap it up here.
Oh, okay. So your whole thing about Mikal Bridges,
Yes.
he is slated, according to this mock draft that I'm looking at, he's slated to be picked 9th by the Knicks, just before the Sixers pick Miles Bridges.
Maybe we'll move up.
Maybe.
I mean, if he's only being picked at 9th and the Lakers pick is at what, 11 right now?
The Lakers pick is at 10.
At 10.
That's
Okay.
how the Sixers
Okay.
would pick Miles Bridges.
I think we can hop 1 or 2 with our own pick. Package the two together.
Ship off some prospects, some European prospects.
Collect some cash considerations and Euro stashes in the second round.
Pick up LeBron.
Yep, there we go. All right, so I think we can wrap it up right here. I think this is a good point. We had a pretty good show.
Yeah, pretty.
Monty didn't poop himself this time, so
Yeah.
he didn't have to deal with the stench.
Yeah,
We a lot stronger of an
I got
episode.
I got my own microphone.
Well,
Talked a
Monty was
lot.
also wearing adult diapers today.
Yeah, I got my Depend diapers on.
He was prepared. All right. So what's the date of the 3-on-3?
April 26th, 25th.
20.
It's 2 weeks from now.
All right.
25th, yes.
So we'll have a pre-game episode, I believe, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
we will. We'll be
we
getting
will.
hyped.
And
We'll be getting
then
hyped to lose like 21-1.
that week is also Rutgers Day, and I think we're doing a broadcast then, right?
Yes,
I am
we are.
working on Rutgers Day because I'm a slave to the man.
You are lame.
You better call off, Jack.
I can't call off. It's not how it works.
All right. So
All right. Well, looks like it's gonna be a Mike and Monty episode.
So if you want to join in for that episode, tweet us at Whole Milk Chat.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Whole Milk Chat.
Subscribe to us on
YouTube.
YouTube at Whole Milk
Milk.
Chat, or you could type in WCCR Rutgers and we'll be the
Whole
first.
Milk will pop up.
Yep, Whole Milk will right pop up. So yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to Whole Milk All Fat Sports Chat on WCCR, Rutgers Camden Online Radio.